All right, a Padres 4-0 shutout victory over the Washington Nationals in the nation's capital, game one of this series. The Padres have now won 3 games in a row. Started off the road trip bad, 7-0 loss, but then they win the next 2 games, and then they win today. Great starting pitching performances this entire road trip. Ever since the All-Star break ended, this Padres team has gotten the starting pitching it has needed. Padres have 4 starters in the rotation right now. It's Waldron, Cease, King, and Vasquez. They have a fifth starter that would be a spot starter their next time up, technically on Saturday against the Orioles, I believe, is when the next time they would need that fifth starter to go. But really, that guy isn't a part of the rotation right now. It's 4 guys. And those 4 guys, the last time around, this first time around post All-Star break, they've allowed a combined 2 earned runs. Waldron, 6 innings, 1 earned run. Cease, 7 innings, no earned runs. King, 7 innings, 1 earned run. And then Vasquez tonight, 6 innings, no earned runs. Did he get a bunch of whiffs? No. But what matters was he was efficient. That's what matters. He used a lot of different pitches. I saw a tweet from Too Much Morton's great social media follow. It was of Vasquez's baseball savant page. 17 cutters, 16 curveballs, 15 four-seamers, 8 sweepers, 7 sinkers, and 5 changeups tonight from Randy Vasquez. So that's a lot of different pitches. It's not like he threw one 40% of the time. His highest usage was 25% of the time with that cutter. So kept the Nats batters off balance. And again, he was pitching to contact. There was a lot of fly ball outs, but it wasn't like they were hard hit. James Wood with the liner in the second inning, but finding his defense was a big plus for Randy Vasquez tonight. A great job out of him. And Manny's error in the first inning, unacceptable, can't happen. I know it hit the lip, but he would probably say he needs to get in front of that ball and not wait to the side of that ball, because he had time to get in front of that. But Randy Vasquez did a good job, helped them get out of it. And then the bullpen did its job as well. Vasquez gets sent out there for the 7th inning. He went 6 innings scoreless and did not go past 70 pitches. I think it was 65 pitches in those 6 innings. Morhone goes out there after Vasquez gives up the leadoff, I think, double, and he gets out of it in 5 pitches. Gets the grounder to Kim at short. Runner, for some reason, runs to third. Kim throws it to third. Manny gets the tag on him. And then there's a double play. Great. And obviously there was offense that came through. It was quiet against Hers. The first, 4 innings of this game, and then 2 runs, back-to-back homers. Arise almost got hit by the pitch. Looked like how far away was it? It was like this close to being a hit by pitch on the hand there, on the fingers. That would not have been good. Ended up being a foul ball, and he ends up hitting a homer. Barely got out, but I don't care. A homer's a homer. You're going to take it when Luis rises up at the plate. And then Jurickson Profar goes deep. The Nationals' father right now, really. What he did against the Nats at Petco earlier this year, and then having a homer here today. Jackson Merrill came through in the 6th inning, made it 3-0 on the RBI single, then does his job getting the ground out, making it 4-0. Bogey scored on that play. Xander Bogaerts is another guy I want to give props to. There's some people like Jim Russell that wants Xander Bogaerts to have more power. And yeah, that would be nice. But he does not need to have a bunch of power, even if he's hitting third in the lineup, if he's getting multiple hits in almost every game. If he's hitting well over 300, like he is since he came off the IL, then I don't need a bunch of power from him. This Padres team, they share the power. There's not, Manny, we think of him as a power bat, even though he hasn't hit a ton of homers this year. There's not that big power bat in this lineup, especially with Tatis not in the lineup. But when you have guys that get on base, like today, someone messaged me, I think on Instagram, about why is he hitting third? And it's like, well, you have Arise and Profar, 2 guys that hit for average this year. They get on base. You have those guys in front of him. That's fine because Xander is getting hits. So you can drive those runners in. Totally fine with it. And then Manny right there behind him. You had a lefty on the mound. I think all of the starters in this series for the Nats are going to be lefties. So you're probably going to keep seeing this. We'll see if Donovan Solano gets in there at some point, but it won't be for Xander, or at least it shouldn't be the way that Xander's hitting right now. You got to go with the hot bat. So, yeah, I mean, this was a fun win to watch. Obviously, if I want to nitpick, like I want to see more from the offense earlier in the game, so we're not waiting till the fifth to get those back-to-back homers. But you get a very efficient outing from your four starter. You get a couple of homers. You get contributions from a lot of different guys. I mean, look at the box score. Rice had a hit. Profar had a hit. Bogey and Manny had a couple of hits each. Kim had a hit. Merrill had a couple of hits. You're getting that contribution from those guys, and then maybe it wasn't necessary to have Robert Suarez pitch in this game when it's a 4-0 game, and you have the next two games of this series still coming up, and maybe he can't pitch, let's say, in the third game of the series if he pitches tomorrow, because they wouldn't want to have him pitch 3 days in a row. So we've seen that from Schultz, where maybe it's not super necessary to have one of those high leverage guys. We saw it that past series against Cleveland where Estrada went in. Maybe it wasn't necessary for those guys to pitch, but when you have an opportunity to close down a game and guarantee a win, you're going to do that. And so I do understand that from Mike Schultz's perspective. It also shows, I think, he won't say it publicly, but it shows that the trust group for Mike Schultz, it's pretty small. It's the three guys that pitched today. Or else someone else would have pitched today because there was an off day yesterday. There's no excuse of, I mean, I guess you could have an excuse if someone actually isn't feeling great with the arm, even coming off the off day. But coming off an off day, everyone you would think would be available. So could have went with Matsui, could have went with Kolek, someone. But raining, 4-run game, you just want to get the win there if you're Mike Schultz. I assume that's what he's going to tell the media. And hey, they won this game. I don't think they need to sweep the Nats. If they can win this series, and again, you had the opportunity to guarantee this win, you go do that. And so at the end of the day, I'm fine with it. But I mean, my opinion may change if things, if this can hurt the Padres later in this series. But I'm still going to respect the manager when they see a win, especially with this wild card race. You have an opportunity to win 3 games in a row. You have an opportunity to get further above 500. You go do it instead of risking someone that clearly Mike Schultz doesn't trust as much as Robert Suarez, right? You got those 3, Morejon, Estrada, Suarez, and then it's the rest. But great starting pitching. Can't be happier from what we've seen from this starting pitching. We'll see how long that continues. Imagine if this was the playoff series right now with this starting pitching. Padres would be in a really good spot, but still got a long ways to go, obviously.